Around $1 billion worth of Bitcoin, or 7,720 Bitcoin, were bought by Ibit at BlackRock yesterday. We're going to talk about flows once more. Because of all the love, the Xrp army has come back to the crypto channel. I'm thankful. Given how things are right now, Monday was a great day for the market as a whole. On the other hand, you can see that the market has been going down a little over the last hour. That being said, this month has been great so far. Since this is exactly what we are seeing in the market as a whole, I am sure that tomorrow will be the same. Things have been going pretty well so far this week. The price of Xrp right now is 2.97 Bitcoin, which is just under $3. It's $3, not $2. At the same time, Bitcoin prices have dropped by about 0.6% compared to their present value of $178 billion and the $6.2 billion worth of trades that happen every 24 hours. Please keep in mind that nothing on this channel should be taken as financial advice. This is just a quick message. Just like with any other investment, you should always do your own study before putting any money into crypto. Pay attention to what Quentin says. I think there are too many people who think the cycle will peak in the fourth quarter. When was the last time that cryptocurrency did what everyone thought it would? To put it another way, seems to be saying that the market may keep growing into 2013, even if everyone thinks that the fourth quarter will be the best. If you've been watching my videos, you may have noticed that I keep saying that no one knows why the market top will be where it is. A lot of experts think the market will keep going up because institutions are interested and want to buy it. And new laws are also making the market more stable. This has happened. That being said, we need to plan ahead if we want to make money. Right now, since we don't know what will happen next, do you agree? The cycle might keep getting longer or shorter, but no one knows for sure. It's possible that it will be done in the second quarter of the next year. If you listen to the show often, though, you may have seen that I have been saying that the best time will be in the fourth quarter or even January, which is something I've said many times on my show. This being said, nobody is sure who is at the top. On the other hand, if you think you know the market, these coins might try to get more time, and it's possible that some of the big blue chips will break out of the 4-year cycle. This is something we don't know. That's something no one knows. Also, this is another time when that plan for taking risks comes in handy. Protecting your profits and sticking to your general plan are very important. If you want to lower the amount of risk you are running, maybe in January or February, we could start the first quarter. That wouldn't surprise me. Alternatively, that's what I've always done when things like this happen. Think about it and let us know in the comments if you agree or don't think that a super cycle will happen. Also, take a look at the next note. It's my pleasure to talk with the Xrp group today about this particular subject, but it's time to hear what Powell has to say. To put it simply, he made a very important point. I'm going to talk about what Raoul Powell has to say next. It is also important to remember that this is his point of view. Because of his point of view, this is possible to see. I thought you guys might be interested in that. You can see that it is my job to make as much money as possible while taking as little risk as possible. Usually, he tells people to just hold on to their Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Solana because it's clear that big companies are interested in these coins. Though it doesn't say anything about Xrp, this may be a matter of personal choice. You should still read what he says, though, because he does say that as part of my job. It's my duty to find the best possible risk-adjusted returns while also making the most money. You won't get better while you're in the banana zone. Bad use of the tools that are available. If you have a good stock, you should be 5 to 10 times higher than the low point. Thanks, in every way. I agree with what Raoul said. This is something that a lot of people can't understand. There are people in this place. Xrp has not changed. This isn't moving at all. It's not moving at all. Take a quick look at how much Xrp costs. We'll get back to the charts soon, but for now, I'd like you to look at this. The value of Xrp has grown by 7 times since it hit that year. In November, it was at its lowest point. Overall, he did a great job. Should you have picked the right coins, you could see crazy price changes. The market is beginning to go up. Gentlemen, the market is moving up. Yes, that is true. The market is getting older, though, as you may have seen on my show, Xrp has been going up. This is very heartening to see. Still, there are a huge number of coins that are not moving at all. There are a lot of choices here. This is especially true if you have been saving for a while. If your portfolio only has one thing, you should know that it shouldn't be that one thing. This means that you could miss out on a lot of different benefits, and the risk is pretty big. Look at this then. Do not try to move forward when you are just beginning. Spend some market time. That is something you need to do. You should be able to make money with this loop, but there is more to play for over time. What he says to her is, you have about 5 years. Since I'm not going to say what he says, you shouldn't mess it up. Because it will be saved, you will be able to find this tweet again. As you try to make money on the road, let everything happen. I'm sorry, everyone. Things are still not going well for me. I'm sorry about that. I'm sorry. From what I've seen and done, the next 6 to 9 months could totally change all of our lives. Still, you shouldn't put all of your eggs in that one box. You can lower the risk you are taking while still having the chance to make money from higher prices. If you sell on certain dates and buy longer dated options at the right time, you can only lose your premium with this way, just like I did with Ethereum in 2021, that you will only risk 5% of my ability, leg higher. But that didn't happen. Thank you very much for taking the time to read this. Put your thoughts down below and tell me what you think. Even though this is just a lecture, I agree with everything he says about picking the right coins over the last few months or at least years. You slept already. Yes, there are people who have already been very successful in a year if they pick the right coins. You can go all the way back to the end of the previous year. To say it again, he thinks it will take an extra 6 to 9 months. So, to put it another way, where would it really lead us? Either March or June. In other words, his main routine runs from March to June. It makes me think of the cycle that happened in 2017, when we learned that the market hit its peak in 2018. Looked like the market was going down and getting close to the bottom. On the other hand, if you remember from the spring, there were a few fakeouts after that. It's still too early to tell what will happen in the comments. Feel free to tell me what you think. When it comes to the market as a whole, I think the peak should happen sometime in January or February. I think by then we'll know if there will be any kind of prize for projects in the United States when it comes to a few currencies. Without a doubt, there are stories going around. Yes, if that's the case, we should talk about it then instead of now. Before you go ahead with your plans, I'd appreciate it would be great if you could tell us what you think about what he said in the comments. Sandy, who is in charge of innovation at Franklin Templeton, recently said that blockchain protocols will be the most useful tools in the world in the future. On a street,